Yeah, they told me you were the highlight of the day.
That is a bold statement. Did Zach say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lie. He's hyping me up.
Guys, we got a unique episode for you today. I'm going to show you an inside look at a big-time college football weight room strength program and strength coach. This is one of the most important parts for a program. We're talking to Cincinnati strength coach Niko Palazeti. We're going to be inside the weight room, showing you how a team trains, how Coach Palazeti puts his program together, and talking everything from injury prevention to building up athletes from when they're freshmen all the way to seniors. You guys are going to find it super interesting. Excited to bring it to you. Before we get there, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please leave us a like, give us a comment, share this with a friend who'd find it interesting. All your support allows me to do this around the country and bring you guys the best college football content. Let's go check it out. Next up. Before we get to the podcast, I got to tell you guys about our new sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is my favorite way to get action on sports, and I've tried all the different apps. Daily fantasy, sports betting. Prize Picks is the very best. On Prize Picks, you pick players instead of teams. So if you know how players are going to perform, you can make tons of money on Prize Picks. On Prize Picks, each player has a set stat projection, and you pick more or less on that number. So for example, Steph Curry, more or less than 20 points. If you think he's going to have more, you pick more. If you think he's going to have less, you pick less. And when you're right, it hits. You pair that with a few other players, you can make up to 100x your money. And the best part is I have a 100% deposit match up to $100 for all of you with code ADAMB or the link in the description. So if you put in $100 on Prize Picks, they will match that $100 for you. So then you get $200 to play with. So use code ADAMB for that 100% deposit match up to $100. Link in the description. And guys, supporting our sponsors helps me a ton, allows me to put the show on, travel around the country. So it would mean a lot to me if you'd support Prize Picks by clicking that link, using code ADAMB when you download the app and get that free $100 deposit match. Let's go talk to Coach. So yeah, I'm a 5-star tight end recruit.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
I'm a little bit underweight.
Apparently, yeah.
Weak.
What are you weighing right now? Just out of curiosity.
255, probably.
You're underweight. What'd you play
I
at?
probably drop a few.
What'd you play at?
Like 255.
Yeah.
I was just a little stronger.
Well, if you were a 5-star recruit hailing from the great state of Pennsylvania, first thing I'm going to say is, and you know this better than anybody, make sure you know the strength coach, because the strength coach is going to be spending more time than anybody.
Yeah.
Right? You know
better
this.
get along with that.
Yeah, you know this. As a high school recruit, you know this. You're very keenly aware. The thing I would say, though, is that you want to make sure when you visit, there's two things that the strength coach can do really well.
Yeah.
One is you got to make sure he's competent. So one is, does he have the skill set necessary to maximize your genetic potential? Yeah. So whatever you have capacity-wise, you got to make sure that strength coach has that capacity. So there's so many different factors of it. Basically, what we do is we kind of train an athlete in 3 ways. The first is going to be just general. Every football player needs to be able to run fast, jump high, change direction, be powerful, be explosive, you get it, right? You take one step down, now it's position specific. So each position has a different skill set. So what we do is we have different metrics based on each position type. And so what we want to do is we want to get our athletes as close to that gold standard as possible. And with that, we're going to adjust our training based on those specific needs, for each position. The last tier is individual. So what does that individual player need specifically to prevent injury? And then secondly, to make sure that whatever their individual skill set necessary to maximize their potential, we're going to do that. And that's really where sports science comes in. So now you do all these sports science tests, right? We have catapult, we have perch that measures the velocity of the bar, we have force plates, we have NOR boards, force frames. We measure all these different things, and really what is it for? It's to make sure that whatever that individual athlete needs, we're able to adjust his individual workload, and then also make sure that any potential injury sites are mitigated. So that's kind of our approach. How we do it is we're bare bones, man. We do 6 things really, really well. We're going to run fast. We're going to jump high. We're going to lift hard. We're going to carry things. We're going to throw things. We're going to compete. Okay, it's going to look like training. We take pride in it. And we say it's really, really hard. Like, we take pride in it. Is this your first time at Cincinnati?
Yeah, first time.
Really?
Yeah, first time ever. Yeah. Okay. First time in the city. First time on campus. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So with that mindset, right? Like the university embodies the city, and the city is a tough blue-collar place. So we take pride as a football program embodying what the university stands for, and then embodying what the whole city of Cincinnati stands for. So we take tremendous pride and kind of having that chip on the shoulder mentality. Every day you're going to come in and compete. And I say flat out the bat, like, if you aren't ready to compete, then you probably ain't the place for you. If you're not ready to work hard, it's probably not the place for you. Like,
So I should go somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I love you. You're a child of God, but it's probably not the place for you. Like, we want guys that have a chip on their shoulder. We want guys that want to work. We want guys that have something to prove, to be able to be maximized and come in with that mindset every single day. That's what excites me. That's who I want to be around, and that's what our program really embodies. So our program embodies the university, which embodies the school or the city in itself. So take a ton of pride in that. So with that said, you got to make sure your strength coach is competent, right? Because if you can do all those things to maximize you, then you're in a good place. The second part, which you know this because you spend so much time with our strength coaches, is the strength coach has to care about you as a human being. And we kind of go by the mindset of tough love, right? Like, we want to be not your friend. Like, I got a best man. Yeah. You married?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you'll have a best man one day. I probably won't be him. So it's okay. Like, I don't want to be your friend. What I want to do is I want to challenge you. I want to push you as hard as you can, but also love you up in the process. And for me, it's relational. I want to make sure that you know I care about you, because the more you trust me, the harder I can push you, and the faster our results are going to come. And then also, I'm going to be with you through the thick and thin of things. So that relationship and that care over time, that really, really matters. So hopefully when you leave here, not only are you a great football player, but you're also a great man in the process.
Yeah, we were just talking about my relationship with my strength coach when I was at UMass. Like, probably the closest relationship I have with a coach I played for to this day. You know, and like, I remember being in his office, like, you know, I had an injury and like complaining about that, just like, you know, talking about everything with my strength coach when I was in college. And that's stuff you don't do with your position coach. Just 'cause it's just different. You spend way more time with the strength coach.
It is. It is. And like, I'm literally a strength coach because I injured my neck my senior year in college. And I didn't really know what I was passionate about. I love to train because I'm a meathead, but I didn't really understand where I could fit in. And the strength coach, I literally came back after being injured, and I had a whistle in my locker and a windbreaker, and he said, you're a strength coach, you're coaching up grip and neck. And then literally that whole year I fell in love with it. And I owe my college strength coach so much for mentoring me, not only as a player, but as a young coach, and been around great mentorship. And the strength coach relationship's a little different now. You see it, like, you see the athlete at their very worst, you see them at their very best. And really, you're not in charge of anything other than their development. And so you can really formulate a great relationship with them and push them and see them kind of develop as a man over time. And that's the special part about it.
I had during my entire playing career, dealt with a left knee injury, had like damaged cartilage in my left knee when I was a sophomore, so dealt with it the rest of my career. How do you kind of like manage guys with injuries, guys with like degenerative injuries or chronic injuries? Like, is that something you guys, I'm sure, deal with a lot, right?
That's such a great question. I'm glad you brought that up. So, like, especially now with the way college football is shaping up, you're getting guys that are coming in with pre-existing injuries, right? Like, that is what it is. I think the biggest mindset going into it is it's my job to maximize them as a football player. It's not my job to set records and be a powerlifter or an Olympic athlete. My job is to maximize their performance on the field. And so whatever tool and whatever modality you can do that with, that's essential. And so we have before and afters of one of our offensive linemen came in with a pre-existing back injury. Our only objective was to keep him safe, keep him healthy in the weight room, and then hopefully allow our training to maximize him on the field. And we never put a bar on his back. We changed the way he pulled from the floor. Everything was chest supported. We had a ton of different modifications for him, and he was an All-American for us this year. And it was a testament to how he trains, but also just humility in both sides of things. It's not our job to just put a bar on your back and load you up. We want to keep you safe, healthy, and then make you a great football player.
I love that you say that, because I feel like so many strength coaches are like, here's what we're going to do. Like, you're going to squat and clean even if you got a knee injury or a back issue. And like, the fact that guy never put a bar on his back and still could be an All-American. Right?
No doubt.
Like, you said, humility, you got to adjust your plan, right? If that's how it is.
Pretty
cool.
I think being able to individualize is so important, especially now. It's that relationship piece. It's that relationship piece.
So hard in football too, with 100 guys on the team. How do you individualize 100 guys?
Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard, but that's the beauty of it. And that's the fun part too. Like, sometimes you laugh at position coaches because they have a hard time managing
7 guys.
A quarterback room of 3. Our quarterback coach does a great job, by the way. But yeah, you're managing 120 athletes, and I have an incredible staff. I get to work with great people every day, and a huge group of interns, and our ability to work together to make sure that all those needs are met is central.
Can you show us some of the equipment real quick? Is that cool?
Yeah, let's go.
Real quick, before we get back to the podcast, I got to tell you guys about our new sponsor, Ekrin Athletics, man. Ekrin is one of my favorite products I have ever tried, one of my favorite sponsors of this podcast. Their new percussion massager is elite. The Kestrel percussion massager just launched, and it is their best massage gun yet. And I've tried a lot of these guns. There are several upgrades over their previous guns, which were already considered among the best available. This massager is extremely powerful and it gives a deep tissue massage. Its angled handle design makes it easier to get to more areas, and the scrolling wheel makes it easy to adjust while you're using it. It has 6 speeds and 6 attachments, so you can really tailor it to your needs and to your muscle group you're targeting. I wish I had this when I was playing. I probably would have avoided some injuries, been more ready to play on game day, and recovered faster. Best part, I have a promo code for all of you to try Ekron and their new massage gun. Use promo code NEXTUP for 25% off all orders on Ekron Athletics. That's promo code NEXTUP for 25% off all orders. And guys, supporting our sponsors helps me a ton. So go support Ekron Athletics. Use that promo code NEXTUP for 25% off your orders.
Our locker room's up there. The walk down, a locker room and a field station are upstairs. They'll come down these stairs, and as they come down the stairs, I always say I can see feet. So I'll see legs as they come around. I don't know who the face is, but I'm watching. I'm watching the way they come down. And that board we have over there is enter the weight room on time with passion. And we say that because I can tell how their demeanor is going to be by the way they walk down the stairs.
Don't be lollygagging.
Exactly. Like, you have to treat every workout as if it's the workout that's going to maximize you to get you as close to who you could be as a football player.
Yeah.
So if you come in with a lackluster effort, then probably not a good start. And so we'll kick them out. We'll say, go back up the stairs. We'll make them walk all the way back up the stairs, come back down. And I mean, we're literally by the stairs greeting them. It's like a talk show. Like high-fiving them like they're Oprah Winfrey. It's awesome. So I come in. We're always weigh them in. It's a great indicator of readiness, ability to train. And everyone will kind of use this space as a warm-up area. So we kind of use this space to maximize mobility, movement. We do a bunch of different station rotations, and sometimes we'll warm up with the rack. I think as much diversity as possible, just because I have ADD. So if I get bored, they're going to get bored. We'll use all this stuff up at the board. We'll meet as a team. Then we'll kind of get in the meat of potatoes. So we're blessed with a great room. We're actually building a new weight room now, but most of our work starts over here at the racks. So sometimes we'll run first, other times we'll have a run in the afternoon, but we're a running-based program, so speed is absolutely essential. I said if I want guys to be big and strong, and that's all that matters, and they're gonna look like me, and they don't need to look like me. So
you run before the lift?
It depends. So we'll run based on the demand that we're training for. So if it's camp, I gotta get you ready to practice 6 out of 7 days, right? So I'm going to be running you 5 days a week in some different capacity. But there's always going to be an acceleration day, a max velocity day, a change direction emphasis, a work capacity emphasis, and some type of conditioning, sprint repeatability stuff. So either we're going to run on the front end or we're going to run on the back end. Either way we're going to be running. When we come in here, we're always going to probably start off with some type of warm-up, movement quality type work, mobility, activation. Once we're there, we're going to do some type of plyometric pretty much every day, some type of medicine ball throw. If it's not a plyometric, Olympic variation, and then we get in the meat and potatoes here with our bare bone tier 1 strength movement. So this is kind of where the heart and soul is. And then once again, I said I have ADD, so I like to, undiagnosed by the way, but self-diagnosed. Self-prescribed. I will use all this room, and it's a great space. We have obviously machines, we have dumbbells, both ends of the room. It's kind of set up to be able to do everything at the rack if we need to, or we'll do a station rotation. We have leg press in the back. So the ability to have flexibility in our training method, I think is essential. Keeps it fresh. It keeps it engaging. And then at the end of the workout, we're always going to do something competitive. Always. Absolutely always. If not in the workout. So we'll always have a finisher. We'll always have something to keep engagement high. The way we manipulate effort is really, I think, the most important part of our program. I think you're training an 18 to 23-year-old athlete, and you can't forget that. So you need to keep it engaging. You need to keep it fun. You need to keep everyone accountable to that. And so to do that, you have to be super creative. And so if it's a bike challenge, if it's a D-ball lift carry challenge, if it's sled pushing, if it's sprint challenges, whatever it is, the more diversity you have and the ability you can keep it fresh and engaging, and then make them work together in the process and connect, I think that's the goal.
You guys lift offense, defense? Is it, you mix it up? So
we mix it up.
like class times and stuff? Is that?
Well, so what we've done is we started this in January. Is we really wanted to create kind of alignment. Yeah. So what we did was we called it crews. And so what we did is we elected 6 crew captains, and then they drafted coaches, and then they drafted their own teams. And then we had a thing called Win the Week. So once we got in the full swing of things from a training standpoint, every week was a running week. And winners got rewarded, and losers got negatively rewarded, let's call that. And it's just a way to create accountability and keep engagement really high. And so everything was point-oriented, and we trained in that style. We did the same thing starting in May. We started training unofficially last week. This week's our first official training week. And so what we've been able to do is kind of redraft, but keep some of the core element of it. So it keeps engagement really high, but we're also doing positional. We're doing skill versus skill. So wideouts will be training with DBs, competing them against each other. So as many different ways you can keep the dynamic engaging, that's what we're trying to do.
Awesome. That's awesome. So we saw the new weight room today. We were in it with a hard hat and everything. I mean, it doesn't look like a weight room yet, but you can see the high ceilings. And you can see the feel, and it's going to be cool. If
it was up to me, we'd leave it like that with like beams and stuff exposed.
That builds character, man.
Exactly. Dang right.
None of this fancy shit.
I know. That's the thing. It's funny because, like, branding people and equipment companies, they want to make it all polished.
Weight room.
No, it's like we have to be authentic to what our school is and to what our city is, and like it has to be rustic. It has to be industrial. Like I want that. So that's been a deliberate thing. I'm sure they'll make it so it's meets code standards.
It'll look good, but be rustic.
Exactly.
Intentional rustic.
But I mean, it's a great space. But yeah, we're definitely looking forward to moving in the new room, and it'll be good. It'll be a great opportunity for us as a program.
You guys getting chalked up in here and stuff at times? Oh, I see the chalk.
So much chalk.
Do you let them strap up at all, or you got no straps?
Usually not strapping. Most of our Olympic movements are based on speed. So it's going to be measured by some type of velocity base. So we'll use strapping if there's a modification with a hand. But
we used to strap up at Penn State when I was there on everything, like cleans. And then when I got with Joe Conley, he's like, you're not strapping up. Like, you don't play football with straps on.
No. Grip strength's a huge proponent for us, so we try to emphasize that. We did farmer carries, so we had a lineman carrying 150s, no grip. And
I love it. What were the 6 things? It was carry things, throw things.
It was run fast, jump high, lift hard, carry things, throw things, and compete.
I love it.
Those are our 6. And I tell recruits' moms, I go, like, when you come down, it's going to look like training. Like, it's not Cirque du Soleil. Like, it's not people hanging from the. Like, we're going to train, and we take pride in that. Like, and I think also like we're trying to do it as ethically as possible and practically as possible and progressively as possible. Like, we're not here to hurt you. We're here to maximize your performance, and doing that safely and ethically is really, really important to us.
That's probably a good 6 things just to even when you stop playing. I need to start doing that.
I know,
Run fast, throw things, lift things.
It was funny. We lived as a staff in the morning, and programmed on this morning was 20s, like 20-yard sprints. I was like, when's the last time I ran 20 yards? Like, sprinted it. So I was like, you know what? You're right. I got to take my own. I got to take my own medicine.
That's funny. Well, this is awesome, man. I appreciate it.
You serious, man? Thanks so much for coming over.
We'll put a good video out with this and show off the weight room a little bit, and it should be good.